Welcome to Getting Started in Mastering Cantonese. In this video, I am going to talk about our system in helping you mastering Cantonese, and also the first step that you should take in learning this language. Now, here is the system that I have carefully designed just for you. So as you can see, the center of the system is called immersion, in which you will fully submerged into the Cantonese world, so you can speak like a natural as soon as possible. But before that, you need the 4 pillars. So what are these 4 pillars? Well, these are phrases, verbs, grammar, and conversation. Phrases are, as you know, simple words. Without a right vocabulary, it's really hard to start out and converse with other people, because you really don't have the building blocks for communication. So that's why phrases are really crucial. Now, verbs is the second part. Why verbs are important? Well, verbs is what describes an action of a particular person, or an action of an object. So without verbs, it's really hard to describe what a particular thing is doing. It is also an essential building block of a sentence. Now, after mastering, let's say, verbs and phrases, grammar is, of course, a very important aspect of a language, because without grammar, other people will not understand what you are talking about. The last pillar for this system is the conversation. So, conversation is more or less memorizing simple phrases, simple sentences, and listening to a normal conversation, so you can know what the style that people that normally speak this language would use, and also provided you with an arsenal of phrases, so you can communicate with other people more easily and without much thinking or delay. Now, with the pillars that I've introduced in the previous system, I also would like to describe the process of the steps of absorption. So, with each new material introduced in our lessons and courses, I highly recommend you to absorb it, to actually be flexible and open to the new materials, and in practicing it thoroughly, either by yourself or with a friend, before going forward to new materials. Make sure that you master the previous material before moving on. Now, especially with the absorb phase, why did I mention about being open and flexible is because this is especially for people who knows only one language. For example, if you know only English, let's just say, new people that I've teached in the language of Cantonese is that they would usually translate all of these into what English is supposed to be about, such as sentence structure should be the same, all of the words should be compatible or can be converted into an English counterpart, pronunciation should all can be represented by the English phonetic alphabets. Well, the thing is, different languages have different pronunciations, sentence structures, and it's really hard to have it fully translated into or be compatible with another language. So that's why you need to be open and flexible to new ideas by the new material that I am going to introduce in these courses. So, what is the very first step that I would recommend you to do? Well, I would suggest that you should start learning some Cantonese phrases, like really basic ones like hello, goodbye, etc. I have an app called Cantonese Phrase for Beginners app. It contains videos also. The link can be found within my website that you can find in the YouTube description below, or you can actually find it in Google Play stores, which is the name of it is Cantonese Phrase for Beginners. It is by Michael Lee, and I believe right now it's also available for iPhones as well. Another thing that probably you should do is grab a recommended Cantonese study guide that I recommend in my website. This is highly optional, and you might need to spend around $10 or $20 to buy one of these study guides, but it's highly recommended because these are fully structured courses and it explains things more thoroughly and differently than what I will be covered in my lectures. Now, if you want to support us, please go to our website and look at our Amazon storefront and buy it from there. The prices would be the same as the Amazon one. However, partial commission would be given to us if you buy it from there, and basically you just pay the same price. If you do it this way, we can use this money to support us in developing more videos and learning materials for you guys. So that's it in our getting started in mastering Cantonese. I hope that you find my course materials useful, and best of luck in your studies.